So thank you everyone for joining us in our tech training for our virtual ATE orientation for the June 5th Go Live. We're excited to have you here. I'm actually going to turn the floor over to Kristen, who will go over things that you'll need to know about using Zoom functionality and do a quick demo. Just a little bit of housekeeping rules before we get started. Just a reminder to have everyone to go on mute if you're not speaking. We also have a chat window as well. So if you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to use that or feel free to unmute and ask your question as well. So Kristen, the floor is yours.
Great, good deal. Thanks, Kate. I am going to go ahead and show my screen. I have a PowerPoint to go over with you guys. And as Kate mentioned, my name is Kristen. You guys should be seeing my PowerPoint. Can I get a thumbs up from somebody to let me know that you are good and seeing that? Good deal. All right. Now we have gone through this training with one other subset of individuals, and it did not take the full hour. I don't expect that it would today. I should have plenty of time for questions and a demonstration at the end. So we'll go ahead and get started. So let's talk about our agenda today. We're going to go over what the virtual support process looks like. I'm going to demo what that model is, and we'll actually look at it in Hyperspace from an end user perspective. That way you guys will know the process that end users are going through to get to you guys in our virtual support room. We'll also talk about roles and responsibilities, both for our moderators and our virtual support specialists. I have a quick demo that we can do, and then we'll open up for questions and discussion. So just starting off with what virtual support is. It's an opportunity for us to provide real-time and convenient and effective method of at-the-elbow support. COVID has changed things in a lot of ways, and we have been using this process with some of our testing. It went really well. We are currently using this model in our soft go live, and we're having a lot of success in our soft go live. So we're going to bring this into our go live beginning on the 5th and running through July 2nd. Now, you guys will hear me say virtual support room. What a virtual support room in the back end is just a Zoom meeting. So if you're familiar with Zoom, then this is going to be a breeze for you. If you're not, we're going to look at some Zoom settings today so that you can familiarize yourself with what that will look like. Now, we do have several rooms that end users will be able to join. You can see those rooms here, along with the hours that those rooms will be operating. So that process, essentially the end user in Hyperspace has the opportunity to select a button that says IT help. Now, when they click that button, they'll then be prompted to select a patient. And when they select a patient, a chat bot will launch, and it will ask them if they want to speak with at-the-elbow support or if they have a technical issue that they need to put a ticket in for. If they select that at-the-elbow virtual support option, they will be routed to a Zoom meeting link. And once they click on that link, they will be brought to the Zoom meeting where you guys will be ready and prepared to work with them in breakout rooms. Now, when they get to the Zoom meeting, there will be a moderator. And the moderator's role really is to greet that end user, identify what the issue is that they need help with, and then pair them with a support specialist, so one of you guys. Once you're paired up, the moderator will then send you all to a breakout room, and we'll take a look at what those prompts look like here in just a little bit. All right, so I do want to demo, and I can actually demo this in real time in Hyperspace. So you guys should be seeing my Hyperspace screen at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and click the IT help button. Now, again, I am demoing this from an end user's perspective. So this is how an end user is going to get to you all on the Zoom meeting. I'll look at how you guys are going to join that in just a few moments. So I'm going to select IT help and identify the patient. And once I enter that patient's record, it is going to launch an external window in the user's browser, internet browser, and they will get a series of prompts. You'll notice that the very first option is to chat with an Epic at the Elbow support user. So I am going to select that. And then they'll be brought to the different rooms available. Now, right now, because we're in soft go live, we only have 2 rooms open, but during our go live, we'll have that full list that you guys saw on the previous slide. And once you select your room, the end user is going to be given a link to the meeting. They can also have that link emailed or text to them, and then they will be routed into Zoom, where the moderator can admit them to the meeting, identify their issue, and get them paired with one of you guys. So it is very simple for the end users. We have gotten a lot of positive feedback currently. Now in this slide deck, I do have those step-by-step instructions so that you guys can see them. I am going to just breeze past those since I just demoed it. And we'll get you guys the slide deck as soon as we're done today. So now we're going to get into some of the nitty-gritty with roles and responsibilities. I want to talk about the moderator's roles first so that you guys are aware of the individual that's going to be joining you and facilitating our conversation. So for a moderator, they're going to be joining 15 minutes before their shift, and they're actually going to get the Zoom link active and ready to go for both you all and our end users. They will then create the breakout rooms, and they will greet the users. As I've mentioned before, they will greet you guys. And then once the issues are identified, they will pair you guys together and send you to a breakout room. Again, we'll look at breakout rooms here in just a moment. They're also going to be tracking statistics. So they're going to keep track of what users are joining. I'm sorry, how many users are joining. And the reason for this is we want to be able to see if we're able to scale down our virtual support at some point. We're very hopeful that as we get towards the end of Go Live, our users are feeling much more comfortable in the system. We're expecting that our virtual support will decrease at that time. So that's a way for us to keep track of just what that volume looks like. And then we have some 24/7 rooms that are going to be open all day, every day. The issue with Zoom is that they will automatically close a room after 30 hours. So our moderators are going to be doing a reboot of each room that is 24/7. They'll be doing that in the middle of the night, and you guys will get a heads up that they're going to do a meeting reboot, which means the meeting will close down and it will reopen. It takes about 5 minutes. So you guys will wait about 5 minutes and then rejoin. And then they'll be able to escalate where needed to leadership. So if we have a major issue that has come up, maybe if our support staff isn't able to address the issue or isn't sure what to do, they'll be able to escalate those needs. And then that brings us to you guys. So what are your roles going to be? So first and foremost, you need to join your Zoom meeting. So you should know which meeting you're going to be working or which virtual support room you're assigned to, and you will join that meeting. Then, of course, as soon as you're paired with an end user, you're going to join your designated breakout room so that you can work one-on-one with the end user who's needing some additional training. And then also, you're going to be assisting the end user if you find that what their issue isn't training related, but rather is a technical issue. We are seeing that a lot right now in our soft go live, and we're pointing users to inside the Epic system and how they can log a ticket from directly in Epic. It's a very simple process, but our trainers currently and our support staff currently are assisting with that. So how are you guys going to join the Zoom meetings? So you guys don't have to go through Hyperspace. You don't have to use that IT help button. You guys are going to have the direct link. Again, we'll get this slide deck out to you all so that you have the links. So first thing for your shift, you're going to find your Zoom meeting link, click on that, and then that will direct you into the meeting. So very simple process for you guys to get in. And then you're going to join your breakout room once the moderator tells you which room you'll be in. And these are a couple of screenshots of what your screen will look like when that process takes place. So when you join a room, you're going to get a pop-up on your screen that has the moderator's name and states that they're inviting you to join. All you have to do at that point is hit the join button. After you finish addressing the issue with the end user, you're going to leave the room and return back to that main lobby and await your next pairing. So very simple. There's a leave room button. And as soon as you select that in the breakout room, you'll have the option to leave the meeting entirely. You don't want to do that. Instead, you just want to leave the breakout room, and that will direct you back to the lobby so that you can be paired with the next end user. And then, of course, there may be times where you need to share your screen, but more importantly, there may be times where you need to help your end user find that share screen button. It is located in the bottom toolbar of Zoom. So when you're logged in, down at the bottom of your screen, there is a share screen button. It is always showing in green. And if you need to share your screen, that is how you would do it. It's also how you would direct an end user to share their screen. Now, once you hit that button, there's multiple options for sharing. You can share just a specific window, or you can share the entire screen. I am currently sharing an entire screen. It's the reason I'm able to go back and forth between this PowerPoint presentation and Hyperspace. You can also just share your Hyperspace screen, and then the user wouldn't be able to see things like chat windows. And then assisting the user with creating a ticket. I'm going to demo this to you guys in real time as well. I think it's important that you all see it. Like I said, we are seeing this quite a bit in our soft go live. I would expect that you guys as support specialists see this all of the time across the board when assisting end users. But if you are in a breakout room, you're working with your end user, you've identified that they are taking the appropriate steps to complete their workflow and something isn't working appropriately, and you need to get a technical ticket in, you can do that again directly from Hyperspace. Again, we're getting a lot of positive feedback on this process. It's very simplistic for the end users, and I will demo that to you all now. So if they are showing you Hyperspace, it is that same IT help button. So I will just start from the beginning here. I'm going to select my patient and enter a patient's chart. And wait for that chatbot to launch. Now, the third option is to chat with IT technical support. So I'm going to select that. And then it's going to ask you for a few details. Now, one thing about this process is it only asks 3 questions. It's not a ton. So I'm going to go ahead and answer these. It asks for my first and last name. It asks for a callback number, and for me to describe the issue. Now, of course, as much detail as they can put here, it's going to be beneficial to the technical support analyst who gets the ticket. And then they have a couple of options. They can submit a ticket and they can wait for chat support. If they submit a ticket, the software is just going to give them a ticket number. Their ticket will be processed in ServiceYou, which is our ticketing system, and they'll receive a callback. They also have an option to wait for chat support. If they choose that option, a chat agent from our service desk will actually get on the line with them through a chat window and talk with them that way. Now, in our soft go live, just so you guys are aware, because we are seeing this submitted ticket so often, I will say it's about a solid 50-50 split on whether they submit a ticket or wait for chat. So I'm going to do the submit a ticket option, and you guys can see it's going to populate a ticket number and then ask if they need to submit another ticket for that same patient encounter. I'm going to say no. And that will let us know that we can close out our support chat window. So again, very simplistic process. Lots of positive feedback coming from that process. And again, your slide deck is going to have step-by-step instructions on how to complete that. So let's talk about how you're going to end your shift. At the end of your scheduled shift, you can leave, obviously, but you need to let your moderator know that you are logging off for the day. That way we can make sure that your replacement, if it's a 24/7 room, that we have coverage coming in for you, or if it's a room that is ending for the day, maybe you're not scheduled for one of our 24/7 rooms, we need to make sure that we don't have end users waiting for help. So make sure you're talking with the moderator before you leave for the day. Leaving is very simple. In the bottom right-hand corner of Zoom, there is a leave button. So a couple of housekeeping things. breaks and lunches. Moderators aren't going to necessarily dictate the times that you take your breaks and lunches, but something that you do want to be mindful of, we can't all go at once. I have learned that a lot of you are located on the West Coast. Some of you are on the East Coast, so I know that we're a little bit of everywhere. We cannot all take late lunches. It simply won't work. So make sure that you are working with your colleagues, you are staggering your lunches, you are staggering your breaks, and we make sure that we have coverage at all times in these rooms. If you are not active in a virtual support room, so if you are on break or you are on lunch, you need to log out of the meeting. The reason for that is we're expecting quite a bit of volume in these rooms. And if you're on lunch, it would just help the moderator to know that you can't be paired with an end user at that time. There's going to be a lot of activity, so it may be hard for them to remember exactly that you are on lunch. So if you would just log out of the meeting, just to be courteous of your colleagues and the moderator who are facilitating. And we've got a reference slide where you guys can have a support structure document that is essentially this slide deck in a Word document form, a little bit easier to find what you need. There's a table of contents in there that you guys can click on. And then we have the schedule linked as well. And that opens us up for questions. I can also demo to you guys breakout rooms if you would like to see it. So I will open the floor for questions.
With breaks and the lunches, do you, how can I word this? Do you suggest that we go ahead and do it on a timesheet so that you don't forget, since there is like nothing that's keeping track of it? Like, what are we having to enter in? I know we have to enter in that we took a lunch, but do we have to do that we took a break as well?
Yeah, so what we've been doing during Soft Go Live, I'm not sure if there's a formal process for you all, but in the room, what we've been doing is pulling up the chat window and saying that you're getting ready to take a lunch. That's going to let everyone in the room know. So your colleagues and the moderator will be able to see it, especially if the room is so busy at the time that you can't interject and let someone know that you're going to lunch. We're going to be letting our moderators know that they need to be monitoring the chat. So that's what I would recommend as your formal process, because those chat windows are saved.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I also see we have
Robbie,
a request to see. Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. I do see we have a request to see breakout rooms, and we will do that here in just a second.
I just wanted to echo Robbie. I didn't know if there was a formal process for your staff to be logging breaks. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to chime in if there was something more formal to be documented on the E-Team side.
Yep, that communication will be coming out directly to our E-Team consultants from me, so please keep an eye on your emails. But yes, we do want to follow the larger process for the UK team to make sure we notify the moderator that you're going on break. But internally, I'll be reaching out to you to provide you with that information.
Good deal. Thanks, Robbie. Any other questions before I demo our breakout rooms?
Yes, this is Janice. Where can we go to find this recording after this meeting? Will it be sent to us?
Yes, I will send it to Robbie and Sandra, and they will distribute it to their team.
Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'll also make sure Kate has the additional resources, so the slide deck and then also that Word document. Any other questions? Okay, let's look at breakout rooms. So I'm going to open these rooms. A good exercise for all of us would be to join the room. And then once you get in that room, make sure you can find the leave button. Again, that's going to be in the bottom right of your screen. And make sure you leave the breakout room. Don't leave the meeting. That will bring you back here to the lobby. It'll be the exact same process when we're in our virtual support rooms. So I will go ahead and open those now. All right, you should be getting a pop-up in 3, 2, 1. All right, so I already see some people rejoining us. I'm gonna give it another couple of minutes, and then I have the ability to manually close those rooms. It will force everyone back in this lobby. All right, looks like I have a handful of people still in rooms. I am gonna manually close those and then should be joining us in 60 seconds.
So Kirsten, I have a question. So that's what we're going to see when the moderator is linking us with an end user that needs support.
Yes, that is.
Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, guys, are there any questions about breakout rooms now that you've seen what that pop-up looks like and what that room looks like? All right. Well, if there are no further questions, then that is all from me. Kate, Robbie, did you guys have anything else?
No, that's it from me. Thank you everyone for joining. We will distribute the materials, the recording. We also have another session tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if anyone would like to go through this again, more than welcome to. Robbie, I'm going to send you the new link just to make sure that your team has the new Zoom URL. And thank you everyone for joining, and thank you everyone for supporting UK's Go Live on June 5th. We're looking forward to having you.
Hello, I have a question or suggestion.
Yeah.
My name is Paige. I was wondering if we can have just a remote team on Connect team, like we can communicate with each other. Like if we have a question, just a
Maybe
remote team.
let's go and take this topic offline. I'll
Okay.
after.
All right, thank you.
And Kate, I do have a question for you. You did say June 5th, correct?
Yes. So
Or June-
UK will be going.
I didn't hear what you said the start of the.
I'm sorry, you're kind of cutting out and I wasn't able to hear your full question.
No, just the start of the Go Live.
Yes, we will be going live on Saturday, June 5th.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is for the remote, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. So if we made this meeting, do we have to attend the 4 o'clock?
No, you don't. We have 2 meetings scheduled. It was just, we have 2 based on your availability. So no, you do not have to join the 4 o'clock if you do not want to. I was just advertising that we have another session, the same thing, scheduled at 4 o'clock Eastern today.
And if I may interject here, Janice, you were scheduled to join the 4 p.m. session. So please make sure you reach out to your team lead, Greg, to let them know that you joined this one, as we are tracking attendance.
Greg, I have no information from Greg.
Okay, I'll touch base with you after offline.
Thank you very much.
And Robbie, this is Lydia. I just wanted to just make sure if we want, because I was on the first half, but I didn't have the link. So I really couldn't see anything. I was on my phone. I know the recording is going to be sent out. I'm not sure as of when, but I would like to join that 4 o'clock one. If you could send me the link to join that whenever you get it. This is Lydia again.
Yes, Lydia, go and send me a message on Connect Teams and I'll touch base with you offline.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, I have one question as well. I don't think my name's popping up at the bottom. I'm Sierra Marcano, but I was having difficulties this morning too, so I didn't catch the beginning. If I can join the 4 o'clock, that's fine, but if there's a link gonna be sent out with the recording and the slide, then that should be fine as well.
Yes, I'll go ahead and get that sent out, the link sent out to the recording along with that slide deck, Sierra. And if you are wanting to join that 4 p.m. session, go and send me a message on Connect Teams and we'll touch base offline.
Perfect, and I'm sorry, what's your name again?
I'm Robbie, R-A-B.
Robbie. Thank you.
Hey, Robbie, for those of us that don't have the Connecting app, how do we get it?
Sherry, you should be already in there, but I'll add you to my list to touch base with you offline.
Thank you.
Robbie, can you add me to that list too as well, Lydia? That was one of the questions that I was going to ask on today's meeting. So if you could just add me to your list, that I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure thing, Lydia, got it.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll be in touch. Bye.